I'm Jenny Gage, and this is Life Take Two.
You guys know I have an obsession with village economics, and as we have discussions around billionaires and oligarchs and the rich and powerful huge corporations skewing our economy in a way that turns all of the rest of us into serfs and peasants who can never own land, who are going to work until we die, never be able to retire, and never have any wealth to pass on to our children. We tend to focus a ton on legislation and what people at the top can do to fix the problem. But there's not a lot of incentive for people at the top to fix the problem because it's working for all of them. All of them. They're happy. And that is why I'm obsessed with village economics, because most of us don't realize that we're voting with our pocketbook every single day, and our spending habits created the billionaires, the millionaires, the oligarchs, the rich and the powerful, the big corporations, and our spending habits can just as easily topple them. It just takes a little bit of intentionality. So I want to share with you a few of the things that I do on Sundays, which is one day that I really have the capacity to focus on village economics, just because there are so many farmers markets and other opportunities to spend money locally. Also, our kids are out of school, Kev doesn't work, and I don't do as much content production on Sundays. It's kind of a family day. Now, a lot of the things that I do are really subtle, and if you saw me walking down the sidewalk, you wouldn't even know that they exist. But I have taken myself almost completely out of the beauty industry. My money is not being spent on all of the personal care products that have made so many people who own these companies so wealthy. I actually washed my face this morning with honey from the Honey Man that I'm going to see here at the farmer's market. I moisturized with olive oil from the olive oil company that's here locally. I have just a few cosmetics products, my mascara and eyeliner. I literally just have one little jar that's full of all of my makeup, and all of it's organic. My clothing, all of it is from one company. Even my underwear, with the exception of my shoes, it's all organic. It's made by a relatively small company, and the company has had an incredible impact in the workforce in India where they produce their organic clothing. The big majority of their seamstresses are also women, which is really important to me. And I only shop for clothing 6 to 8 times a year. That's it. I'll do an order, I'll stock up in my socks and undies and get a couple of new clothing items, and that's it. So I have pulled my money out of most major fast clothing manufacturers. I've been boycotting Victoria's Secret for 7 years. It started off for health reasons, and now even though I think that I could wear some of their apparel, it's a personal thing for me. Next up, I'm on foot today, and that's not accidental. We intentionally moved within just a mile of grocery stores, of the farmers market, of different makers markets, and some local co-ops and things so that we could walk. So I have not personally used my car for the past 20 hours. Big Oil is not making money off of me this morning. I am powered by my own 2 feet. Okay, now that you have all of that, let's head over to my little market. And I guess I should add that just the fact that I'm out here walking helps keep me out of the medical system. I had some major health problems. I had an ovarian tumor. I almost died of COVID and some COVID-related blood clots. And it's been a big priority for me to keep myself healthy. So literally the act of walking over here instead of driving my car to a bunch of grocery stores helps keep me healthy. Look at all of these people that are biking and walking to this beautiful little market that we have here. And while I'm here, I'm doing everything that I can to support my local farmers. This is a heritage market. Nothing is brought in from out of state. And I also like to support the musicians. I'll leave them a tip. I'll take a little video and share it on my social medias. This is Gabriel and Francisco. I've heard him before. He's absolutely incredible.
Hello, Jenny's YouTube. How are you doing, everybody? Is having a great time there at the farmer's market. My name is Gabriel Francisco, classical guitarist from Mexico, Spanish. But and have a wonderful day.
He's amazing. We will follow him around town. In fact, I never pay to download most major music. We support our local music community. This is a huge priority to me and my partner. Just this week, we've been to 5 different venues. Like even just like after work on a Tuesday night, if one of the people that we love is out, and I'll pay to download local musicians way over God bless her, Taylor Swift or anybody else. with so many posters and ads up at the market here. This coming up soon would give us an opportunity to support a local hotel. I took a little break to go back and talk to Gabrielle for a minute. And it's funny that like musicians know my name because we follow them and we love them and we interact and we download their music. Taylor Swift doesn't know my name. Jelly Roll has no idea that I exist. And that is what a village looks like. A village is, you know, your musicians, you know, your school teachers, you know, the guy that's selling the eggs. When you sit down in front of a stage and the musician is waving at you and saying, "Hi, Jenny, thanks for coming. I'm so glad you're here." You guys, that's a really special feeling, and you can build that. Find your local musicians and support them. Okay, now we're going to go do just a little bit of shopping here. This is so nice. They put out all the tables and everything, and sometimes we'll bring our own breakfast because I am on a budget. And speaking of budget, I know that some of you are thinking, I can't afford to shop farmers markets. We have a ton of kids. We have 3 kids in high school currently, 2 in college, and we're on a very fixed income. I don't know if I've mentioned that my partner works in education, so I can't buy everything from the farmers market. I just can't afford that. And that's why Sunday is actually a big deal, because on Sunday, we try to buy everything that we need at the farmers market for lunch and dinner. And yes, there's going to be a couple ingredients from like Trader Joe's. Maybe even a few things from Walmart. Who knows? This is one of my favorite things at the farmer's market. These are these like vegetable roaster guys. Those are some of the charred remnants of looks like some hatch grain chilies. And this is something that I almost always buy here because let me tell you, this is good stuff. Their roasted salsa mix is absolutely to die for. I come for the vegetables, but it's always the baked goods that give me. Shopping like this does a couple of things. First of all, it puts money right into my local economy. I know a lot of these vendors now just because I've been coming here for years. And these farmers, they're going to take that money. They're going to be able to pay their mortgage and they're going to be able to grow more vegetables for me to come eat. It also builds out my actual connection with other people. I'm literally building my village. So in addition to YouTubing and having a sales job too, I own my own social media management company, and a lot of my clients are people that I've met at farmers markets. And honestly, a lot of our friends are people that we've met at the farmers market. I buy these microgreens every week almost, and they're so good. I use them in absolutely everything. Organically grown. And these people are amazing. I buy from my tortilla lady every single week. She's been out for a little bit, so she has these other amazing people working her cart. But like, this isn't just a Walmart tortilla. This is made with love, generations of expertise. They're so tasty. You have to realize too that with village economics, it's not just about feeding money into your local financial catch basin. It's also about keeping money out of the hands of those corporations and billionaires. The line for our local pastry chef here is always ridiculous and so worth it. And they're almost out of a couple of their things. Cafe Francais, I am obsessed. When people buy these tomatoes, then Walmart's not getting your money. Lasagna guy always drives me crazy because this whole part of the market smells like lasagna and it is so delicious. Perfect. Have a great day. Thank you.
You're welcome.
They have a bunch of stuff. I think I have a weakness for lasagna anyway, but like, my gosh. Her sauerkraut is so to die for. I'm also obsessed with the lettuce booth. I just think that his display.
This has got a fusion.
And honestly, I think that there are some side effects and fringe benefit to shopping locally like this. The emotional impact of seeing people and feeling like you're part of a community. The smells, the taste. Having people know your name and not just your TikTok handle. And go ahead, just do what you're doing and I'm doing a video about the farmer's market. Oh, it looks so good. And here's prickly pear guy that I have in my fridge. Wild, harvested prickly pear syrup. Oh, so good. Okay, I feel like I should buy a sorbet.
Have you had it before?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Like all the time. The tea was absolutely amazing. So I bought your juicy, and then I mixed it with a little bit of the Trader Joe's dragon fruit. His bouquets are so great. Absolutely love what he does with the flower. I also buy a lot of ceramics. Like, that's one splurge for my birthday and stuff. I'll buy ceramics. This is a piece that I want so bad. Let me show you another. I want one of these little, they're a little bit spendy. So I don't know, maybe for Christmas. Kev literally only buys me ceramics and turquoise for everything. You may not know this, but ceramics is actually one of the oldest crafts. Like, the invention of people taking clay and cooking it and turning it into a little pot that they can store and cook food in is one of the reasons why humans got to where we are today. Like, before food storage, it was just picking berries off the bush, cooking that fish. It was very difficult to store things. So ceramic is an ancient, ancient craft. And to me, there's just something so beautiful about knowing the maker. I've literally been to our local potters' studios. I've had my hands in the clay. I've learned how to make the bowls and make the thing. And every time I eat out of those ceramics by James Bowles, there's this connection to the maker that so many of us are missing out on. If I didn't wear my hair down all the time, these earrings, these little leather rings just pair so beautifully with my turquoise. It's so pretty. I don't know, do I need this wear? Look how pretty it is next to my turquoise. And when you shop from local makers, they just reflect your environment that you live in. All the cactus, all the turquoise. Like, to me, this is home. And so you would buy something that reflects where you live, Minnesota or London or wherever you are. Like the cactus, they speak to me because this beautiful desert is my home, you know? Okay, I paid for everything, and now I'm going to go for a 2-mile walk, even if it's a little bit hot, and get a little bit more exercise, go home, do some editing. I love this walk, too. There's some historic landmarks around and the beautiful mountain. I just bought some mesquite tortillas that are actually made out of these mesquite pods here. I'll go back and pick them up after I do my little exercise walk. Should we add that to the list? Actually eating out of your land, the land that you live in that also sustains you. Like, literally, I will be eating the most local dinner that I can possibly eat. Look at all the mesquite pods around me. It's that time of year. And here's the really beautiful thing about village economics. Not only will I be feeding our bellies, myself and my partner and our kids, but I have fed my soul by shopping at my little market this morning and being out here. I have literally fed my tribal connections, fed my place of belonging in the community, and fed that for other people around me by shopping like this. And you notice who I'm not feeding? The billionaires, the corporations, the oligarchs, the wealthy, powerful people at the top. They aren't getting my money today. You guys, we can all do this. You can do this. Just start small. I love the quote. I actually stole this from Cory Booker at a town hall here. He said, "Don't let your inability to do everything stop you from doing something." And I feel like sometimes that's how I feel. I feel like in our current economy, with our current political things going on, I feel like I can't change the world, and I can't. But I can change this one little thing. I just spent some of my hard-earned money over here at Farmers and Makers. I haven't changed everything, but I've changed something. So that's your homework for the week, okay? Find a way in which you can take some of that money out of the corporate system and start focusing on village economics. And if you're another creator, share this message. Let's start a hashtag, village economics. I don't know how much time you've spent studying history, but one thing I've learned is once the people realize that the power's in their hands, those guys at the top aren't in control anymore. We are. Stop waiting for them to make the world a better place. Let's do it ourselves. We've got this. Oh, one more thing that just dawned on me. For 44 years of my life, that's over 2,000 Sundays, I would have been sitting in Mormon church. And then for 4.5 years after that, on Sunday morning, I would have been in Christian church. So over the course of my lifetime, between $200,000 and $300,000 went to the Mormon church in the form of tithes, offerings, and other humanitarian efforts and donations. And I'm an atheist, so the church isn't getting my money this morning. These local farmers are. Anyway, I felt like that was a necessary ad. This is really the end. Thanks for watching. Bye.